I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. So if the universe itself is allowing animated dead entities to do what they want, then we should be allowed to do what we want, unhindered and unfringed and unharmed. If there is some kind of a benevolent force outside of this place, and is allowing animated dead parasites to do what they want, uncorrected, then it would have to be the same for us. With the animated dead parasites, they're not adhering to universal laws. Now, not that benevolent beings would go off, would do things to harm benevolent beings. But what I'm saying is, they're not adhering to universal laws. So technically, right, can you see where I'm going with that? I'm just saying, it seems to me that whatever is outside of this place does seem to be corrupt and complicit. So if the universe itself is allowing dead entities to do what they want uncorrected, then that would also have to stand for benevolent beings, especially since they're not adhering to universal laws. Like, if you're gonna not have, if you're gonna, allow if you're gonna give that much leeway to dead entities, right, then you would have to, benevolent beings, we should be able to do what we want, unhindered and unharmed, without all of the like, they do things that aren't corrected. So technically, we would be able to do what we want, and they would not be able to interfere. And they would not be allowed to obstruct. Like, the rule, what are the rules of the game, right? Everybody keeps calling this a simulation and an illusion and blah, blah, blah. Generally, even with a simulation, there are fucking rules. And it's got to be across the board. And in addition to that, if there is a benevolent force outside of here, or even the universe itself, if they're somehow obstructing benevolence here, If you're not going to intervene, then that means you're not going to interfere with me doing what I want. And that means the malevolence isn't going to interfere or obstruct me in doing what I want and what I need to do. I guess the point of this recording is to start calling the universe itself and any kind of benevolence outside of here on its bullshit, on its massive contradiction, on its lack of logic. Like at this point, like I said, as I've said many, many, many times before, parasites are dead. And they're animated. We shouldn't have pet cemetery going on here. So if you're going to allow that kind of thing to go uncorrected, then we, the benevolent beings, also should not be in any way, shape, or form obstructed or interfered with. So I would think it would be prudent to be calling the universe itself, the real universe, or whatever is outside of here, on its bullshit, on its lack of logic, on its massive contradiction. This shit must fucking stop. This abhorrent nightmare of a shit show has to fucking stop. And we do have the ability to stop them, to end them, to terminate them. So whatever is outside of this place, as I said, certainly seems complicit and corrupt. Probably because it also, or those outside of here, are also in violation of all universal laws. And what it is they have been wearing and using things that have been raped from benevolent beings in order to stay in the same space as universal laws and not get nailed. And for universal laws, and once universal laws are fully enforced here, and this entire place is exposed to universal laws, what happens is it's not just the malevolence here that burns where they stand. It's those outside of here that also get immediately removed from existence. Which might possibly be why there has not yet been true universal law manifested correction here. Maybe that might be worth contemplating or thinking about. I am one who in no way will justify what is being forced here in any kind of a as any kind of a learning scenario, or because it's all based on forced harm and trauma. And especially when universal law manifested corrections are obstructed, while they also try to torture, rape, and harm, and try to obstruct benevolent beings from protecting and defending. There must be correction. There must be correction. Stay strong. Stand in your authority and power. I think it's wise at this point to demand correction. Demand that all organic universal laws outside of this place be fully enforced in this place. Without impediment and technological interference. Till next time.